Your health is the most important asset you have, but it's also the first thing you give up as a man. Now, I get it. You get busy, life happens, mortgage payments, rent, car payments, kids, dogs, jobs. You got all these bills to pay. I get it. It's easy to lose track of when you try to make time for everything else. I was a full-time personal trainer with my own company and my own business. And I'll tell you, my go-to for more time was to give up my own health, even though it was my own job. Despite what a lot of YouTubers like to show you or say, a lot of influencers like to try and tell you, you don't need to spend hours in the gym to be healthy and fit. You don't need a bunch of customer special equipment. You don't even have to go to the gym for it, to be honest. You don't need to get coordinated enough later in life to jump rope. Hey, shout out to all of you who remember jump rope for heart, right? You don't even really have to get the coordination to do yoga unless you really want to.
So with all that in mind, gentlemen, in this episode, we're going to show you how to rebuild your health as a busy man, because we know you are. And I got 3 reasons why you actually should. Number 1, you're never going to reach your other goals without your health. You have to maintain your health and fitness to at least some extent to reach the rest of the goals that you have in your life. Number 2, you can't show up for the people you love and care about without your health. You have to be in a certain level of health and fitness to show up for the people that matter to you. Number 3 is what most people really miss, is self-respect for you. I know so many men who actually hate themselves when they look in the mirror. They're disgusted by what they see because they remember when they were healthier and fitter, and they absolutely hate the man they look at in the mirror. They look at themselves and consider themselves loser. And that kind of mental disrespect for yourself will actually really sabotage the rest of your life. So if you've been struggling to maintain or regain your health because you got busy in life and you just feel like you can't do it, and you figured out that there are too many gurus telling you the wrong crap, this is the episode for you. And since all your health and fitness starts with a good night's sleep, we're going to check in with our sponsors over at MyPillow real quick, because they've got a special offer for my listeners. And then we're going to dive into fitness hacks for busy men. Gents, as you know, our friend Mike Lindell has a passion to help everyone get the best sleep of their life. He didn't stop by simply creating the very best pillow in the world. Mike created the best bed sheets ever. They look and feel great, which means an even better night's sleep for me and for you, which is crucial for that busy schedule. Mike is offering the best deal on his Giza Dream bed sheets that he's ever offered. Any size, any color, just $49.98. That's right, you can get queens, kings, split kings, or even cow kings, any size, any color, $49.98. Order now because they're going to be gone quick, guys. They are selling out fast. These are the sheets that I sleep on every night personally, and I just ordered 2 more sets and they are already selling out. So this is a limited time offer, but I love these sheets, and you cannot beat $50 for a set of king sheets anywhere, much less get actually high quality sheets for kings at $50. That's just absurd. For this limited time, you can get any size, any color, $49.98. And when you order over $100, you're going to receive $100 in free digital gifts for a limited time. Call 1-800-794-5834. Use promo code THRIVE, or go to mypillow.com. Make sure you use promo code THRIVE for up to 80% off and free shipping over $75 anytime before this special for $49.98, any size, any color king bed sheets that are amazing. These Giza Dream sheets are not going to last, guys. That number again is 800-794-5834. Promo code THRIVE for our listeners. Order now, because when they're gone, and they are selling out quick. Now, let's get back to the next steps you need to take care of your health and fitness as a busy man. By the way, guys, welcome to the Driven Thrive broadcast, purpose, growth, and lasting impact for men. I'm your host, Brent Dallin, and we help men go from living to thriving, purpose-filled, intentional lives. Now, we all have our favorite fitness YouTubers or influencers, whatever you want to call them. I don't really know what you call them some days. I've followed Jeff Cavalier over AthleanX for years, and the guy has kept me functional through some pretty gnarly injuries, because he is a physical therapist and a professional trainer to Major League Baseball to the WWE. The guy works with some of the top athletes in the world. I also follow guys like Mark Bell, Josh Bryant, Brian Alsue, Stan Efferding, and others. Now, you may not know those names. I'm a meathead. I love those guys. But you have your own list of people that you follow either on social media or on YouTube for fitness goals. And I don't know who they are, and I'm not going to badmouth any of them. But the majority of them make it all much harder than it is. All of them are great, but some of these people seem pretty unreachable because you don't have a professional cook working for you necessarily, or you don't have 2 hours a day to spend in the gym. You don't get paid to take care of your health. But I told you, even as a personal trainer with my own company, I still struggled with getting busy and putting off things I knew I should do to take care of my health when I got busy. Giving up my health was the first thing that went when I had other things I saw more important. So part of that issue that we face with like YouTube and social media is we have to define what fitness really is. And this is where YouTube and social media has really screwed people up.
Really? Define it.
Fitness is not defined by who can lift the most. It's not defined by who has the biggest muscles or who has the best time on a run or who can do the most thrusters in under 2 minutes. I'm not a CrossFit guy, so I don't even know all the things you guys do there. But we've turned the sport part of fitness into the definition of fitness. And this is what is confusing everyday people who just want to take care of their health. Fitness generally refers to the overall condition of your body, encompassing physical health with the ability to perform various aspects of not only sports, but also occupations and, more importantly, daily activities like carrying your groceries from the car, things you do every day, getting on and off the couch. And I've worked with adults who have given up that health over the years. I spent some time working with an adult who is recovering, and I had him doing squats onto his chair as part of his recovery after a major surgery because his upper body had gotten weak over the years, and he was having to use his arms or sometimes get on the floor to try and get up at all out of a chair. So we were working on squats because it transfers. It's how you actually sit down. I know if you have kids, they like flop down, but it's how real people actually sit on nice furniture. So this moves forward. It's not all about sports. It's all about our daily lives. You need to shake the idea that becoming fit and healthy requires visible abs because that's less than 3% of the population.
I think I'm good.
It's good. You're good.
Or having 5% body fat because the majority of people will never see that. And it doesn't mean you can still run a 6-minute mile or do endurance sports like, some cross-country race like some of the guys on YouTube. So what does real fitness look like for a busy individual? Well, real fitness is being able to get through every day without being excessively tired just because you lived your normal life. Fitness is not carrying excessive amounts of weight on your body that damage your body over time. Fitness is being able to run and play with your kids or your dog or your friends for a little while and have some fun and get out of that normal routine. Fitness is not having health issues linked to unhealthy lifestyles like excessive weight or high levels of sugar, things like that. Fitness is feeling good every day. Now, look, I'm 45 and I have racked up some major injuries through my life. I've broken my spine twice. I fractured a skull, torn a rotator cuff, pecs, blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
There's wear and tear. And so feeling good, I understand, becomes relative. But there is the damage you live with feeling good, and there's getting through life feeling good, right? You shouldn't feel like dog crap every day. Fitness is parking at the back of the parking lot at a major store and going in and shopping and coming back and walking back out to your car and not being wiped out from a daily task. Fitness is being able to exert yourself for something special like playing with your kids or playing that pickup game with your friends or going and doing that thing like helping your buddy move, carry a bed. If you're one of my friends and you have stuff to move, please don't call me. I'm so tired of that. Because people call me because they don't know a lot of other people who are fit enough to actually carry their crap when they're moving, which is sad.
Sad.
Fitness is being able to unload your car out of the grocery store and load in the groceries after a Costco haul and not wanting to die. Okay, fitness is everyday life. If daily life is hard, then your fitness is not where it should be. Just going from your day-to-day life should not put strain on you because it's every day. Now, you're a busy guy. I get it. You work umpteen hours. Guys, I was just talking with a friend of mine. I spent 3 years working 60-hour weeks, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day. I spent 3 years doing that at one point in my life. I understand busy. I know some of you have 2 jobs. I know some of you have jobs where you work 12-hour days, 7 days a week. Hey, that's my life. I get up at 4 a.m. and I work 17-hour days, 7 days a week. I understand busy. I also understand that your life is not going to function correctly if you don't take care of your health and fitness at a basic level. And that's what we're talking about. We're not talking about you becoming a jacked bodybuilder. We're talking about you not feeling like dog crap in the end of your day because you're not in that bad of a shape. Now, we don't have to, now that we don't believe that lie about fitness equals those hard body calendar models that, let me tell you, they only look like that during the shoot. Now that we don't believe that lie, and we're actually talking about real fitness in your life, this gets really easy, okay? Step 1, and this is the hard part, we have to apply common sense.
Common sense?
What do I mean? Well, common sense seems to be a dying thing in this world. So let me spell this out. And if I'm insulting you, I'm not trying to insult you, but I am shocked at how many people ignore the things they already know. You don't need a guru to tell you what you should eat. If you're looking at this episode thinking I'm going to tell you this is the workout routine you should have and this is the diet you should be on, look, I can have those conversations all day. That was my life. However, that's not what we're doing here. We're applying common sense because this is all most people need. Applying common sense to the way you live your life on some very basic things will absolutely put you back into a health and fitness of a normally healthy individual.
Common sense?
You don't need some YouTube nerd to tell you what to eat, right? Let's apply some basic common sense. Fast food is poison.
Common sense?
I've seen some really disturbing reports over the years of things they found in fast food processing plants. Guys, it's poison. It doesn't rot. You want to watch YouTube? Go watch that YouTube. That's terrifying. Fast food being left out for a year and not molding or changing is freaky. Okay? Avoid heavily processed foods. Heavily processed foods are poison. Sugar is poison. Doritos and beer. Some of my favorite things in the world. Guess what? They're not healthy. But you already knew that. You don't need me to tell you that. You don't need some other, whatever you want to call us, nerd on the internet telling you this. You already know that.
Common sense?
You are smarter than that. You're smart people. I know that because smart people listen to this show. Beer and Doritos, while tasty, are not healthy. Coffee that is more filler than coffee is not coffee. It's candy. It is coffee flavored candy. My kids like coffee flavored ice cream. See, it's candy. If it's got more calories than normal coffee because you got so much filler in it, it's no longer coffee, it's candy. Oh my God, Starbucks should not have 700 calorie drinks. What the hell? Coffee has 0 calories. Now, for all of you who don't drink black coffee, you'll get there. It seems to be phases for people. It's really funny. I started with black coffee, then I went to cream and sugar, then I went to just the flavored creams, then I went back down to just cream, then I went back to black coffee eventually. But for all of you who want something in your coffee, right? I'll give you an extra 40 calories. That's a teaspoon of half and half. Okay? There, you can have your cream. By the way, powdered creamer is flammable. It's poison.
Common sense?
This is common sense. You know these things. You don't need me to tell you. But why am I telling you? Why? Because people ignore their common sense out of an addiction to sugar and processed crap. Clean your fridge out. Eat whole foods. Shop that outer ring of the store, okay? Meat, eggs, raw dairy, fruit, vegetables if you're a fruit and vegetable person, and preferably straight from the butcher or the farmer's market. Drink water. Don't eat after 5 or 6 p.m. It screws up your sleep because your body's trying to digest, and it screws up your calorie processing because you're not burning any calories other than your base metabolic rate. And so it automatically stores it as fat, besides screwing up your sleep. If you're sedentary, that means sit most of the day and don't have a lot of activity in your life, eat a lot less because you're not burning the calories. This is not rocket science.
Common sense.
If you're sedentary, move more. Take the stairs, park on the outside of the parking lot, walk where you can. Get a standing desk or a treadmill desk. I don't have a treadmill desk. This desk I sit at is a Husky. It's a Home Depot Husky workbench. It's 48 inches. It has a manual crank. It costs a fraction of what a standing desk does with the little automatic buttons. I just have to crank mine up manually. But I got me a standing desk because I needed to stand more and move more. This is a fraction of the cost. Go get one at Home Depot. Make a habit of moving before work and after work if you sit at a desk all day. Stop sitting on the couch when you come home and continually to be more sedentary. Stop Netflix and chill unless you're doing calisthenics or walking on the treadmill while you do it. My sister, she likes to watch Netflix while she's on the treadmill. She sets her pace, so she has to keep moving. All right, I'll go for that, but move more if you're sedentary. Take breaks when you take your break at work, because you are required to take a break. Walk on your breaks. I used to. I worked in the corporate world. That's where this all started for me. Is I got up and I started taking walks on my break, and I started taking walks on my lunch break. Why? Because I was getting too fat. I was too sedentary. I was eating too much junk, and I was sitting too much.
Common sense.
Look, guys, to get bulky or shredded, you need weights and a strict diet. To become healthier, you just need to eat less, eat smarter, and move more. We make this too hard. It's not really step one as so much as it's the only step that actually matters. That's all you need to be fit and healthy.
That's it?
That's it. That's it.
Eat less, eat smarter, move a lot more.
Common sense.
Guys, it's common sense. That's why common sense is not common these days, but you are smart men. I know so many men who are so busy. I've got a friend, he works like a dog. He takes meetings while he walks. Since he works remote anyway, or even when he's at his office over in Seattle, he goes for walks with his boss or his coworkers when they're discussing something, and they walk around the facility they work at. Get up and move. It is not hard. You don't need some fancy guru. You don't need some fancy diet. You have to get the basics down first. After you have gotten some common sense back in your life,
Common sense.
move more, eat smarter, eat less. After you got that common sense in place, I promise just that common sense alone will help you look better naked. It will help you decrease your health risk at an exponential level, guys. I don't know that you have to walk 10,000 steps a day. I know that's a really popular number on social media and YouTube these days. Is it ideal? I guess the experts think walking 10,000 steps a day is ideal. I also don't know a whole hell of a lot of people who manage to do it because they spend too much time in a sedentary lifestyle. Now, guys, I have walked 2 miles a day every day for months on end before. Guess what? 2 miles is not 10,000 steps. I don't care what they say. Maybe I just take really long strides. Maybe if you're short, 2 miles is 10,000 steps. But I walked 2 miles every morning for a very long time. Did I hit 10,000 steps? Well, by the end of the day, if I did that first thing in the morning with the collective steps from my normal day on top of that 2 miles, I usually got pretty close, but not always. So I don't know that you need to walk 10,000 steps when you're not even walking 3. If you're only walking 2 or 3,000 steps a day because you're sedentary in your job and in your lifestyle, just try getting to 5 or 6. Start there.
Common sense.
Common sense will help you look better naked. It will decrease your health risk exponentially because for every 5,000 steps you walk, your health risk on so many diseases drops radically. It will make you feel better. It will give you more energy, and it will extend your life with just these common sense. It's not so common these days, and I can't seem to say. With just these common sense steps, you can radically change your lifestyle. You can become more healthy, more fit, all while you're already busy. Look at every situation and figure out how you can move more. Make smarter food choices. Get rid of the junk you eat and eat less.
Common sense.
People can't sell this, so they lie about what fitness really is. Fitness is how you go through your day every day. You should not be worn out and tired by the end of a normal day from that day because you do it every single day. So it shouldn't be making you tired still. You're not getting enough sleep. You're eating crappy food. You're eating too much food and you're not moving enough. Add some water. That's the answer.
Common sense.
But that doesn't sell. So they make shit up so you think you can't do it without their help. You don't need me to hold your hand to help you get healthy and fit. If you want to get super strong or work on being jacked, lean, and ripped, yeah, I can teach you how to do that. But you don't need me or anybody else to be healthy and fit as a busy man. I know a lot of entrepreneurs who are extremely busy. I know I'm extremely busy. I know you are extremely busy. But that's not an excuse to die early because you gave up your health and fitness when it really is simple to fix that one little issue. We don't do it because the other part is fun and addictive. The beer and Doritos taste great and is fun and addictive, all the chemicals in them. If you really want to get strong and go past just fit and average health, then you can go further, but start with just fit and healthy. I'll be glad to talk specific diets, workout programs, routines with you all day long, but just start with being fit and healthy. You can't walk 10,000 steps a day if you're only walking 2,000 steps a day right now. Go to 5. When that becomes easy, go to 7 and keep adding it. Common sense will get you to fit and healthy because you already know you shouldn't eat at McDonald's. You shouldn't drink a bunch of beer and eat a bunch of Doritos while you're sitting on the couch. You already know that. You're smarter than that.
Common sense.
So just start with fit and healthy, and then you can go from there. So how do we apply this? Easy answers for you guys, okay? Number 1, make the changes easy. Take the junk food, take the bag of Doritos, trash, okay? Get rid of the junk food out of your house. It's really hard to eat junk food when there's no junk food in your house. If you got kids, I understand the pain. I got a lot of junk that I won't eat that my kids eat, and it's tempting, so I understand the pain, but get rid of the junk food. Teach your kids how to eat healthy by your example. Pre-plan your meals, meal prep. I used to meal prep my entire week in one day. Park further away. Put lockout timers on things like your television and your phone that keep you sedentary and not moving, right? Make the change easy. Number 2, gamify it. Make it fun. Make it a challenge. There are apps like Streaks, which I didn't get my phone plugged into the computer, guys. So if you're watching, you can kind of see it on your screen. I'll hold my phone up. This is an app called Streaks. It is a completely customizable program where you can set your goals, set how often you want to do things, and click the button and go, yay, I did it. Yay, I did it. And it tells you, and it racks up your streak. And somehow this gamification actually helps people a lot. I got Streaks to try it out. I'm not endorsed by them. I'm not connected with them. I got him to try it out. It is actually kind of fun to get those streaks going. You're like, woo, I did some. It traps in that dopamine thing or something. Okay. Gamify making progress. Create that custom checklist and knock it out every single day. Put it in your schedule. Treat this like it's actually important. Okay. Treat it like you would your job. Give it importance. If you're going to go for a walk, put it on your calendar every single day as non-negotiable. If you're going to walk more, put it on your calendar. If you're going to come home and move for a while and not watch television at a certain time, fine. Put TV time on your calendar and make it less than usual and agree you're not going to watch TV until then. Put it on your schedule. Putting it on your schedule, writing it down makes it real. 4, celebrate the wins. Reward yourself with something small that doesn't derail your progress. That doesn't mean cheat meals. I don't believe in cheat meals. Cheat meals are stupid. This whole thing that you need a cheat meal is ridiculous. Okay. So give yourself a bonus when you get a big enough streak on your good habits. Get yourself a new audiobook on Audible or something you can listen to while you're moving. Okay. And number 5, normalize it. Tell your brain this is the standard. If you put it on your calendar, if you gamify it to where this is what you're doing, it will actually become a standard and start to recognize the other stuff is something strange. I don't even think about going to fast food places anymore. Do I still love Wendy's and Jack in the Box? Yeah, more than I'd like to admit. Do I eat there very often? No. A couple times a year. Make it easy for you to think that this crappy processed food is the weird thing. I've gone through Wendy's several times now and be like, no, I'll wait till you when I get home because I don't want any of that now. It's taken a while. It's been a process, but I've actually started to get my brain to go, and it weighs the cost and goes, I don't want that. I want some real food. I don't want this stuff in my body. It makes me feel sick because I've been eating healthier for long enough that now it actually makes me feel gross. I feel lethargic and sick when I eat that stuff. So make the other stuff weird and make the good choices normal for you. If you can do those with this basic common sense approach,
Common sense.
with these 5 tips to help make it actually work in your life, you will become fit and healthy. Like I said, fit means that your normal life is just fine and you got extra. Bonus tip, if you're really strapped for time, guys, on the movement issue, try employing a force multiplier like a rucksack or a weight vest. That was actually the step 2 of my journey. Once I started walking more and moving more, I hit a point where I knew I wasn't going to be able to run at work. I couldn't get that sweaty. So I bought myself a weight vest and started, because I couldn't go farther or faster in the time frame I had to go for my walks at work. So I got a weight vest and I wore it while I was doing that same walk. I increased the requirements of what I was already doing. Force multiplier. Getting healthy and even fit is not rocket science. You're not Elon Musk catching a booster rocket. It really is just plain common sense.
Common sense.
It is stupidly simple and obtainable, and you can absolutely do it. I know you got a lot on your plate that you're busy with. This does not have to be something that makes that more difficult or makes it more of a struggle for you, because it is all common sense stuff. Now, if in all that busy, you're struggling with connecting with the people in your life in meaningful ways because you were busy building instead of connecting, then message me directly on Instagram or go to my website, purposedrivenmen.com. There's a bubble in the corner where you can message me directly. Let's talk. My Relationship Titans program can help you connect meaningfully with the people in your life much more effectively, much more meaningfully in 12 weeks or less. Guys, we can change the way you connect with the people that matter the most. I know so many men who are so busy climbing the corporate ladder trying to provide for their families that they did a lot of damage to the connections with their families. And we got to work that back. So let's talk about my Relationship Titans program. See if it's the right fit for you. If not, I've got some friends I can send you towards them. And let's get the relationships that matter most back in your life on the right track. Gentlemen, take control of your health. Don't eat like a child. Move more. It really is that simple.
Common sense.
Less trash, better food choices, move more. I promise you're going to start feeling these changes actually very quickly internally. You won't see the weight come off as fast as you want it to because the weight never comes off as fast as you want it to. But just making these common sense moves will fit into your busy schedule and they will compound very quickly about the way you feel internally. You'll notice that before you notice the weight coming off. But it will absolutely change your life. And then you can take further steps from there if you decide that's what's right for you. To compound all these common sense choices about moving more, eating less, and eating better, make sure you're getting a good night's sleep. And if that's something you're struggling with, be sure and check out our episode, Mastering Sleep, the Secret Weapon of Champions, if you missed that last week. And I'll have a link for that down in the show notes or on the screen if you're on YouTube or Rumble. Guys, there's no reason to let your health and fitness suffer because you can't show up as the man you want to be if you do. I know you're busy, but I promise you can fit it in because it's all common sense. Be better tomorrow because what you do today, we'll see you on the next one.
The Driven to Thrive broadcast. Purpose, growth, and lasting impact for men. Helping men go from living to thriving. Purpose-filled, intentional lives.
Disclaimer. MyPillow, like any other source, cycles promos. Because of the extended life cycle of a podcast, the immediate promotion that you heard mentioned in this episode may no longer be in effect when you hear it because you could be hearing this 5 years from when I recorded it. However, as long as MyPillow is a sponsor of the Driven to Thrive broadcast, our show, our promo code THRIVE is always good for up to 80% off your order and free shipping on orders over $75. No matter what you hear in this episode, as far as the current promo, Thrive is always good as long as MyPillow is a sponsor of the show for up to 80% off your order and free shipping over $75.